Hello everyone! You know that moment when you press a button over and over again and nothing happens. The frustration. The doubt. Is it the batteries? The remote? Or something much worse? Well, today I'm going to take this completely unresponsive TV remote and bring it back to full power. A lot of people would toss it right then and spend money on a new one. I wanted to slow down and take a closer look. Most of the time, the fix is simple if you know where to check and how to clean it the right way. First, you take both batteries out of the remote and set them on the table. Grab your multimeter and set it to measure DC voltage. Touch the probes to the ends of the first battery and read the number. Do the same with the second one. Both batteries still show good voltage right where they should be. That tells you the batteries are not the problem here. This is an important step because it saves you time and keeps you from chasing the wrong issue before opening the remote. Next, you grab a small screwdriver and remove the screws from the back of the remote. Gently separate the plastic case and set the pieces aside. Take out the rubber keypad and the circuit board. You will likely see dirt oil and dust built up from years of use. That buildup can block the contacts and cause buttons to stop working. Pour a small amount of 90% isopropyl alcohol into a cup so it is ready. This will help you clean everything properly before putting the remote back together. Tell me where you're watching from. I always enjoy seeing the different cities and states you're tuning in from. Now take a cotton swab and dip it lightly into the alcohol. Gently wipe the circuit board, focusing on the contact pads where the buttons press down. You do not need to scrub hard. Slow, steady strokes work best here. You will see dirt and oil come off onto the swab. Switch to a clean swab as needed so you do not smear the grime back onto the board. Once the surface looks clean, and even set the board aside and let it air dry for a few minutes before moving on. Now, take the rubber keypad and look at the backside where it touches the circuit board. Grab a soft brush and dip it lightly into the alcohol. Gently scrub each contact area to remove oil and dirt from years of use. Do not press hard because the rubber can tear if you force it. Take your time and clean every button surface evenly. When you are done, let the keypad sit for a few minutes so the alcohol can dry completely before putting it back. Now, take a paper towel and dampen it with a little alcohol. Wipe down the inside of the plastic case, especially around the button openings. This removes grime so the buttons can move freely again. Now, place the circuit board back into the remote and put the batteries in. Do not install the rubber keypad yet. Hold the remote steady and use a pair of tweezers to gently press on the contact points on the board. Watch the indicator light at the front. When it lights up, that tells you the board and battery connections are working. This quick check saves time and lets you know the problem is not in the circuit itself before you move on to the buttons. Now place the rubber keypad back into position and line it up carefully. Press the power button and watch the indicator light. Nothing happens. Press a few other buttons and the light turns on. That tells you the remote works, but the power button itself is the problem. Now take your multimeter and set it to continuity mode. Touch the probes to the contacts for each button one at a time. Most of the buttons show a clear signal when you press them. When you test the power button, there is no response at all. That confirms the issue is only with this one button and not the rest of the remote. Now, it is time to fix the power button itself. Take a razor blade and use scissors to cut a very small piece from it. You only need a thin metal square, just big enough to cover the worn contact. Put a tiny drop of super glue on the back of that metal piece. Carefully place it onto the power button contact on the rubber keypad. Press it gently and hold it for a few seconds so it sticks in place. Let the glue set before moving on. Once it is secure, place the keypad back onto the circuit board. Press the power button with your finger and watch the indicator light. This time it lights up. That tells you the contact is working again. Now, put the remote back together slowly. Line up the parts, close the case, and tighten the screws. Test the remote one more time before calling it done. Now, the remote works again, and the power button responds like it should. This is the kind of simple fix that keeps you from wasting money on a new remote when the problem is right there. You cleaned it, tested it, and repaired one small contact, and that made all the difference. If this helped you, take a second to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I share practical DIY fixes you can actually use around the house. Leave a comment and tell me what household item you want to fix next.